Sanctions take time. Joining us now from the White House is Deputy Secretary of the Treasury, Wally Adeyemo. And Wally, I guess Mr. Secretary, the first question I have for you is what sanctions do we have left still in the toolbox? And how long will it take for the sanctions that have already been levied to actually have an impact?
Great to be with you. And the sanctions we've already put in place are having an impact. Don't take my word for it. Listen to what President Putin has said. He said that the Russian economy has to transform because of our sanctions. And he didn't say the quiet part out loud, but that means the Russian economy is going to be slower, less flexible. And we're already seeing that. Russia's economy is contracting more than 10% this year. It's the biggest collapse of the Russian economy since they defaulted on their debt in 1998. And we have more that we can do. One thing that I did last week was I went to Europe and talked to our allies and partners about the fact that while we're going to continue to constrain their economy, we're going to make it harder for them to get the materials to fight their war of choice in Ukraine and elsewhere. 2 weeks ago, their defense secretary had a meeting on procurement because the war, as Secretary Johnson said, has gone poor for them, and they need to procure more materials for their troops and supplies. And we're going to do everything we can to frustrate that using sanctions and export controls so that their military doesn't have the equipment to continue their war of choice in Ukraine.
Mr. Secretary, good morning. You all have Treasury has put full blocking sanctions on the largest state-owned bank in Russia and the largest private bank in Russia, meaning American business can't do business with those banks. What do you expect to be the practical impact of that?
The impact is going to be to further constrain the Russian economy. It'll mean that Russia's economy will grow even slower than it was before that. We know that Russia's economy is contracting now. It's going to contract even more. Inflation is likely going to be around 20% this year. It'll likely go up because of the actions not only the United States took yesterday, but the actions the G7 took in total. And what we told the Russians and we told President Putin is that as long as the invasion continues, we're going to continue to take steps to constrain their economy.
And one question over here. There are some concerns the U.S. economy might be headed toward a recession. What are you hearing? Part of my job is to talk to CEOs and small business owners, and each one of them that I talk to tells me that demand is strong. America is coming into these challenges from a position of strength rather than weakness because of the investments we've made through things like the American Rescue Plan. We've created more jobs over the last year than at any point in American history. So while we do have challenges that we face, the president has told us that we want to try and do everything we can to mitigate the challenges from the Russian invasion of Ukraine on the U.S. economy while maximizing the impact on Russia, and that's exactly what we're doing. Deputy Secretary of the Treasury, Wally Adeyemo, thank you very much for being on the show this morning.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.